Hello there, sword friends. This is going to be an informal slog sword blog type thing that I do from time to time. And the first thing I have to share with you is this here lovely eBay find. This is a Barrett katana. I'm not sure who did the Sayashi or who did the saya. It's an octagonal saya. Really nice. It's got some damage and pings and dings. It's an older Shirosaya that was done. It's got a single horn Makugi. I don't know who did this one. It came this way. The blade has a Kabra Habaki on it. Again, I don't know who did it. It's tough for me to identify the work. But the blade is absolutely stunning. Now, it's got this big, beautiful Okisaki on here. It's a folded blade. The polish is absolutely magnificent. I mean, like you can make out the books on my back wall here. It's kind of a mirror polish, but it's burnished kind of in a nice way in some spots. The folding pattern comes out extremely well. At least it does in some spots here. I mean, it is just an absolutely gorgeous blade. It's also nimble. I don't know if you can make this out here, but no, probably not. It's real shiny here. But the Mune kind of slopes in. It's almost got a Naginata Naoshi style geometry. No bohi, but I don't know if that's the right way you would describe this kind of cross-sectional diagram of the sword, but it makes it feel really light and lively. It is a really comfortable feeling sword, and it's not the right size for me, frankly. So that's the downside, but it is an absolutely beautiful sword, very nimble in the hand, about 27.5 inches. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I don't know if I'm going to put it up for sale. I don't know if I'm going to do a project out of it, but no matter what, it's not the right size for me. So, but man, is it pretty. It is an absolutely gorgeous sword. Anyway, I thought I would share that with you because it's so pretty. The next thing I can share is one that I got actually a little while back, and this is a custom sword from Christian Greasi. I think I'm saying the name right here. This was mounted up by Fred Lohman many years ago, and it's an interesting blade. The mount is really quite nice. So I have gray Tsunami. I was a fan of this type of Edo wrap. This kind of gets ugly pretty quick, but it sure does look pretty over Black Samigao. It's a very attractive looking mount. Fred Lohman, Fuchikashira, Koiguchi, Kojiri. I'm not sure what these pieces are called, but I'm guessing they're from Fred Lohman as well. Fred Lohman, Suba, and little demon Manuki faces in here, which I'm a big fan of the demon Manuki faces, or maybe they're Kabuki masks, but I think they're demons. Anyway, the blade, forgive that it is an oil, is a cable steel, which you might be able to make out here. It looks like snakeskin, right? Now, Christian Greasi, from my understanding, was a student of Michael Bell, and he made some katana-length blades. He never finished his kind of apprenticeship or, tutelage with Michael Bell, so I don't know that he has any accreditation as like a master smith or anything like that. But he did make some katanas and study under Michael Bell for a time. What I notice here in this is that there are many imperfections in the blade itself. So while it's got this kind of pretty cable steel, let me see if I can find. Here's one big dollop right here. There you go. You can see the open weld right there. Focus the camera. I like that it's trying to go for my face, but it's not really helping me right now. Anyway, the point is that it has some imperfections, but the mount on it is pretty stunning. It feels like a stout, hefty sword. It's an interesting piece. I mean, I'm not disappointed that I got it. I really like the take on the mount. It's a very exceptional kind of theme. It's subjected itself to age and warping, and there's some rattly bits and whatnot that have come from that. But overall, mount-wise, it's fun, but at the same time, There are imperfections in the blade. I don't know if I'm ever going to cut with this or what I'm going to do with it, but it's a very attractive looking sword, and I thought I would share it with you. The cable steel Damascus is really cool looking, though I have to admit, not a big fan of the open welds. Last thing I can share is something that you should expect a review on, and this is from sword friend Brian, who sent me a Minotoshi performance cutter in the mail. And this is for the purposes of review, not for destroying and breaking for shits and giggles, but just to kind of put it through its paces and see what people think. Now, in the process of looking about to find this blade, I found that John Pope has made a review already, and I bow to his superior knowledge. So I'm going to go through, try and cut to Tommy mats and all that kind of stuff with it, but it looks like there's already some review material out there, and I encourage you to go take a look. John is a much better cutter than I am. Anyway, general first impressions about the sword. There's some kind of goofy staining on the side. You might be able to make that out here in the light. I'm not sure what the deal is there, though Brian did say that that came on the blade. The blade itself I have put in CLP, so it's not going to show up, but I'm actually a big fan of this geometry. It looks like a big, wide cutter. It feels better in my hand than realistically it should for a sword of this size. It's got a little tsuba, it's got a teeny handle, but it still feels like the point of balance is pretty low, and it feels really comfortable in my hand. It feels easy to get the tip moving, and it's got this large, wide, thin profile that looks like it's going to be a very nice cutter. Now, I don't know. You'll see it in a review. If there's anything you'd like to see me do with it, anything you'd like to see me cut, let me know. Anything in particular you'd like to know about it, let me know before I do the review, so I can include that as supplemental material or additional material, or maybe not supplemental, just throw it in the review. But the point is, if there's something you'd like me to see me do shy of break it, let me know. And thank you to Swordfriend Brian for sending it over. I initially have to admit I am impressed. I don't know how much it costs. I haven't looked that much into it, but I think it's around $400, which puts it kind of in the ballpark of some of the fancier Hanwei XL blades. But for what I'm feeling, everything is tight, everything is comfy, the profile is really nice, the hamon is nice, the planes on the blade are flat. This is a very, very handsome sword. It's too bad I have to send it back. It's real nice. Anyway, that's all I have for you. If there's anything you'd like to know about the first two swords, let me know. If there's anything you'd like to see in the review about this particular Minotoshi performance cutter, let me know. And as always, cheers and thanks for watching.